How would you assess what is happening in Georgia now?
In Georgia, I see that the situation is stabilizing, and we are happy about this. Georgia is an important partner and a close friend for us. For centuries, our nations have lived in peace and harmony. Therefore, destabilization, or the threat of destabilization, in Georgia, as harmful as it is for Georgia, is also harmful for Azerbaijan. Therefore, for our part, we strive for, and are doing everything to ensure, that the situation in Georgia aligns with the political direction, is stable, and that Georgia develops successfully. Again, returning to external influence, it turns out that there are thousands of non-governmental organizations operating in Georgia that receive funding from the West. And the people working in these organizations or receiving salaries are probably tens of thousands, if not more. And we know what this means. Because there was a period here in our country when grant eaters and grant givers felt perfectly at ease. But we stopped that. Therefore, any grant issued by any structure, be it Azerbaijani or foreign, must be registered, and relevant authorities must decide whether to allow it or not.
Does this correspond to the national interests of Azerbaijan?
Yes, of course. And secondly, assistance must be unobtrusive. What will the Biden administration be remembered for, among other things? For many things, but among other things, for being too obtrusive. We want to help you. We say, thank you, there is no need for that. But we want to. They have this structure called USAID, which wants to help. But for some reason, it helps in the wrong places.
It is banned in Russia.
It is not banned in our country yet, but I think Trump may ban it.
We banned it ourselves in Russia.
Ah, you banned it. Well, you did the right thing. Now I think that maybe it will be removed. They insistently want to help. But after all, we, as they say, are adults. We understand everything. That is why we have put it all in order. For example, Azerbaijani media cannot be financed by a foreign source, even by 1%. They cannot. Why? We do not finance US media, right? Then why should they finance ours? Through their obedient resources, like Voice of America and Radio Liberty, they throw dirt at our people and our country day and night anyway. They cast a shadow on our victory over Armenia. So, it seems to me that Georgia has missed a certain amount of time in putting this in order. And when it was done, as they say, the train was already gone. But it is good that now the situation is already moving towards stability. And again, as you can see, Macron's ears are sticking out again. This man just can't sit still in his own country. He must get into Georgia too. What did we see at that ceremony in Notre Dame de Paris Cathedral? Pope Francis ignored the ceremony. He didn't forgive Macron for this Olympic disgrace, of course. And he did the right thing. He went to Corsica, as if to pinch him in one place more painfully. So, going back to the question about Georgia, it is much broader than it seems. I think this is why those who are usually allowed to go ahead, so that they, countries, can articulate sanctions and so on. Because this, if I may say so by analogy, is a battle for the Caucasus. It is clear where Armenia is going. It has essentially de facto withdrawn from the CSTO. According to our verified information, the only reason they are not leaving de jure is because they have not yet received the go-ahead from the Department of State. As soon as they receive it, they will leave. Azerbaijan is an independent and qualified player, able to stand up for itself. Therefore, Georgia is an important factor in the battle for the Caucasus. What will it be like? Will it be traditional based on our Caucasian values? By the way, it was mentioned that I have neglected Borrell. I would like to send him a couple more signals in conclusion. Although in one of my speeches at COP, I even quoted Borrell. He said that Europe is a blooming garden, and everything else is a jungle. I said that if we are a jungle, stay away from us. As for Borrell, I think that if he had lived a few decades earlier, he would have been a good foreign minister for dictator Franco. He is just unlucky to live in a different time.
Диктатора Франко.
Вот так.
Ему просто не повезло.
Да.
Жить в другое время.